horror movies, mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
Welcome back, terrestrials. And keeping with our best of each subgenre of horror, we are moving on from psychological because we've tried to record it 3 times and had issues every single time. The universe does not want me to watch this movie to begin with. And then we're having trouble recording. It's cursed. It's a cursed movie for video waste. So,
and what movie would that be?
The Shining.
Yes.
So we're just going to put that on the back burner for a little while, collect ourselves, and then we'll try again. So we moved on to Gothic film.
Right.
Obviously, we both came to the table with Nosferatu.
Yeah. So what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was really good. The movie is so strange because I feel like movies don't do this anymore, but this movie really takes its time.
Yes.
It takes its time with shots. It takes its time with setting things up. And maybe that's just the style of the first one, which helped pace this one. But I feel like there was a lot of shots that I was just like, man, they are really holding on to this one for way longer than you would expect. Like
it's like the homage to the because it's a silent movie. So you have to kind of like fill up that silent movie stuff. So that's where you have those long, like almost painting, they look like fucking paintings of like Lucy sitting by the sea within the cemetery, or Jonathan,
or just the mountains, like when he looks up to the mountains and they just hold on that shot, and I'm like, this is almost like a whole minute over what you would catch today.
Right.
And I know that, like,
but yeah, there are moments like that in the movie. I mean, something as simple as those mummies in the beginning, where it's like, oh, this is something different because these aren't Hollywood props. There's nothing in this movie that feels Hollywood proppy.
Right.
Like there's no like they feel.
Well, this is like the
real.
furthest thing from Hollywood, actually, because it's German.
Yeah, it's
German right after World War II, basically. Not right after, but
I was about to say it's been 20 years. Herzog talks about that, where like the one reason that he went like to like Nosferatu is because he grew up in like what Germany called the fatherless era, basically. So it was the grandfather era, where anything during the time of their dads, during the generations past, was basically just propaganda films, and just no entertainment. It was Third Reich entertainment, basically.
Right. It was propaganda.
And so he looked back to before, and that's where you get these really great movies from early Germany.
Right.
And he would say that, the Nosferatu, way better than like the 1930 version of Dracula, the Universal.
Right.
And he just wanted to add to that. That's why they don't use like in the original Nosferatu, he's Count Olaf. Yeah. But this, they say, it's fucking Dracula. His name's Dracula, so, but yeah, he just added so much to it, and so did Klaus. We talk about Herzog, but man, Klaus like understanding that a vampire is nothing that's real, so I can technically do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, I was thinking at the end of this movie, though, I would have liked to see Klaus play it the way he wanted to, because the way he played it was the way Herzog wanted him to.
Yeah, Herzog wouldn't give Klaus the reins on that.
Well, no, they had like a difference of opinion on how it should have been done.
Right.
And Klaus wanted to play it like manic and like energetic and like freaking out and shit like that, like just Nicolas Cage and Mandy type Dracula. And Herzog said that like he had to pick fights with Klaus in the morning, so he'd get all pissed off and he wouldn't have any energy left, so he would just do it the way he was.
Yeah, that's how
wanted.
You can,
but it
find
works.
The YouTube clips of him, where he's
and
more
you see
stoic.
it a little bit when he's dying. Like you can see what Klaus wanted. Like that's a perfect example, just that exaggerated death. But but yeah, it works, man. It works so well. There's so many shots in this, and also, you know, the way Klaus looks naturally. It's creepy with the lighting, the angle, the makeup. It just, there's certain ones like I think there's a part on a boat, or maybe he's in like one of the market squares or something, where he's like got his hands, like he always had his hands up, like I don't know what to do with my hands. And and like the camera angle was down looking up like this, and the light, and then it was all black behind him. And I was just like, I was like, man, that's so fucking good. Like that's so good. Good job. Like good. That's awesome. Like it's such a simple shot, and he doesn't say anything, he doesn't do anything. It's just a shot of him, and you're just like, ugh.
I think there's another shot like that too.
There's several.
Well, yeah, there's several, but the dinner scene when Jonathan finally gets to the castle and they're both sitting down, and it's just dark, and like
he's like inching his way closer to Jonathan.
He's just watching him eat, and I realize it's like, Dracula, this vampire, is so old that just even watching a human do normal shit,
normal to us, yes.
Normal. Watching a human do normal shit is like, wow, look at that. Look at, and because he's just staring at him over the cross of the table. And then the fucking cool cuckoo clock goes off. And then like the wolf outside actually sounds like, oh no, there are real fucking wolves out there. Yeah. And everybody needs to stay in the castle at this point. And shit, it doesn't sound like that classic Hollywood ow kind of noise.
Right.
No, it's creepy, know.
That shot is really good too. And it's funny that that's what you took away from that, because you're probably right. But when I was watching it, I took away like he was just infatuated with eating, like as a human. He hadn't done it in so long that it was like he was attracted to eating. Like he could remember like wanting and tasting all these things. And he was just like,
the servants, they put that shit out there every night. Because even Klaus says that the servants will, be here every night, and
it's Dream World. You can do whatever you want in Dream World.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that like shot that like makes me geek out is like, it's when he's in the town. Okay. And like, I think he's running to the fucking place with his coffin, and he's like, and I'm like, come on, man, fucking Dracula would be a lot cooler just carrying his coffin to the fucking, to his house.
It almost seems like you put that like old like blooper reel music over it, and it's just like hilarious.
Like, shit, I should have worn the belt. My pants are falling. This is the most gothic movie. He's a moody bastard living in a fucking old ass house and shit. Fucking just like, I want love. Fucking, I'm gonna go listen to AFI and shit. Fucking, you're like, it just every bit of it. And speaking of goth, okay, we all talk about like goth queens.
Yeah,
you got your Elvirus.
Right.
You got your Morticias.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
You have your Vampiras and your anything Christina Ricci's done, and who
well, now you got your Mia Goth,
Mia Goth, yeah,
Jenna Ortega,
right, very these like just like gothic queens. This woman must have like lost the fucking radar and stuff, because the most gothic, I mean,
it's an obscure German Dracula movie, bro.
Yeah, I know, but she's
I completely agree. She's
like that pale and those eyes, and like she doesn't have
that
black hair, but
well, I mean
it's dark.
It's pretty much black. And she has bright red lips, like pale skin. She I mean, it's not like she went into obscurity. She did fine. Like she made a ton more movies. She won an award, like
I remember
Oscar or whatever.
Possession.
But like
Possession,
she definitely gets overlooked, I think, definitely. But again, it's an obscure 70s Dracula movie, a German one at that. So she's not going to catch that recognition. So
I recognize.
I recognize. Yeah.
Is there anything else that we talked about the music? The music in this is fantastic.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
I love that opening music, like the opera music, where like he's going through the mountains, and then like just that end where she's in the court.
They played Bone Thugs while he's with the Gypsies. It was a real odd choice.
Yeah, but all right,
let's get down to brass tacks.
Yeah,
let's wrap this bad boy up.
Right. Jacob, is this a thriller or kill?
Man, it was thrilling. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I'm glad that I watched it.
Yeah, I'm totally glad that you got to watch this.
I'll probably do it again.
You should, man. Like, definitely without Joe Bob, just on your own time.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. What is a cult classic?
Well, yeah.
It is, like, because I don't hear a lot of people.
Super cult classic.
Yeah, because not a lot of people talk about this one, but I still say of vampire movies, like if we were to do a top, 5, 10, I'm putting this one close to the top, if not number one.
Yeah, I would think I think it would probably be in like my top 4, 5.
Yeah, just with everything.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right. If it was in the theater, would you pay to go see this?
Yeah,
me too.
Absolutely.
All right, what are you starring at, Jacob?
I am going to give it, I'm gonna go 4.5.
Gonna go 4.5. I'm gonna go fucking 6. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna fuck no 5 star. I love this movie. I was so glad that we got to do this one.